This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome to Paradise, Louisiana. Back here, man, first week in October. What we've been waiting for, cool weather, it's on the way. It ain't happened today. This is Sunday on the first day of October, and here we are at Pelican Sports TV Studios. Thank God for them. I got to watch the Saints, and I got to be here a little late. I got fussed at. So these people have really been keeping Paradise, Louisiana on the air. I really appreciate it. Both Alan and Marty, thank y'all very much. And so I'm going to dedicate this show. Get somebody else I need to dedicate this show to. We got the Ladies Grand Isle Rodeo coming up this weekend at Brookside Marina. And Mr. Bob Savan and his wife and them, when initially they started it 20 years ago, they got me involved. I've been involved ever since. It's just great. Raised a lot of money. It's real popular. I talked to Buggy a while ago, and you will not believe, hey, already 500 people have signed up to fish that rodeo this weekend. Now, they're going to be fishing Friday, but all the activities and everything going to be Saturday. The weigh-in, they're giving out the prizes, the food, and the band Saturday night. So if you're watching this on Wednesday, Thursday, if you're watching on Friday, you messed up. If you ain't no place to go, head down to Brookside Marina right now. Fish are biting. Fish biting on the bridge. I'll say more about them in the fishing report. So, and dedicate this to Bob Savan, passed away last week. I'm going to miss Bob. I miss his smile, missing him laughing, missing him putting on the dancing contest. And needless, if I didn't win, it wasn't many times I didn't win, too. So I may brag on it, but he always had me a fresh cigar when we came to the weigh-in and at the dance. So God bless you, protect you. My condolences to all your family and your wife and everybody at the Ladies Rodeo. You're going to be missed. So when we come back, I'm going to have a tournament report. We got a fishing report. And I don't know what Chris is going to show this week yet, but thank God for him, too. Chris Lecoq, editor, 2 or 3 of the best shows on television. So we'll be right back. You watching Paradise, Louisiana, Pelican Sports TV, and brought to you by Superior Bait and Tackle.
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too. Focus on the road. Don't drive distracted. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
For generations, anglers from across the globe have put their trust in Abu Garcia. Because out here on the water, we know our science is your religion. Fish like a fanatic with the latest generation of Revo. Featuring up to 24 pounds of max drag. Designed for leverage and power. Built on corrosion resistance and comfort. World-class adventure awaits with Revo. Abu Garcia for life.
As members of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and our rodeo and tournament report. We're going to start off again. The Louisiana Bass Nation, Youth Bass Nation had their qualifier, and let me tell you what, you just did not believe. I think it was 180 boats that showed up at the Red River, South Marina, and Bossier City. So I'm gonna have to do again. I'm gonna have to read them off because I can't see my writing as well as I want to. And let me tell you the story that Tommy sent me. Say, the high school division, familiar names of Garrett Hooker and Samuel Rachel of Oak Hills, who got it done. They brought in 5 redfish, 5 Red River cookie cutter bass to the scales and weighed in 13.58 pounds and took top spot in the North Division qualifying championship. The second place team members, Livingston Parish Bassmasters Jake Milton and Elijah Shockey, boated 4.44 pound bass to not only anchor their 12.24 pound bag. And by the way, this was disappointing. They did better than that in practice, and it was just something that changed, but these guys here still hung in there, but also take the Big Bass Award for the event. The third place team from West Feliciana High School was Joseph, hold on, my eyes are watering, DeJean and Matthew Arsenault managed 5 fish limit going to 10.62 pounds. The team very familiar with Red River was Carson Adcock and Graham Locke. Went to work and brought in a nice bag. 10.36 pounds, that was enough good for 4th place. Rounding out the top 5 in the high school division was a new member to the Louisiana Youth Bass Nation Trail with Webster Parish Bass teams Eddie Hyatt and Maddox Williams, also eclipsed the 10-pound mark. So congratulations, y'all. The overall team club award went to the Livingston Parish Bassmasters. The junior division leaderboard was dominated by the hometown teams, but top 3 came from within 50 miles of the marina where the event was held. The first place was Bossier Parish junior team of Taylor Toops and Dylan Mizell. Taylor and Dylan brought in 2 beautiful bass to the scales that were 9.11 pounds and 2 fish, anchored by 2.6 pound lunker. I got that straight, I hope. Hey, the second was Webster Parish bass team of Hagen Hay and Hank Roten. The duo brought in a 5 fish limit to the scales, going 8.98 pounds, and topped it off with a 2.46 lunker. Another Bossier Parish team rounded out the top 3 event. Joshua Goldman, Seth Farrar, and their 5 fish scales went to 6 pounds something. The Big Bass Award Junior Division went to a new member, Red Rivers, Chasten Waters, and Darrell Fields. They brought in a beautiful 310 pound fish. And it was a bad day, that's all I can tell you. They had 418 bass and 624 pounds. All want to thank, he said he wanted to thank everybody. We're going to thank Tommy Abbott for that. And send these pictures. I hope they come out. I hope Chris get them. And so we'll see you later on this thing, and we'll come back. And I hope when them boys go to the qualifying and go to the state championship, we'll be here to bring you that also. Another tournament that just been coming on, CB Basin. Well, CB Bassin, I called him, and he's been over here and talk about the tournament they running over there on the North Shore. They were at Bayou Liberty, and here's the first place finishers was Troy Ladner. Had first place, his 4th win in a row at 12.94. Second was Eric Chico at 10.84. Big Fish was John Sagers. Big Fish was 5.24. Third was John Cahill with 7.21 fit. They had 2 other fish over 4 pounds too. And right now that's all I see. But again, the big rodeo coming up for me. Now, they had the Builders Rodeo at Britside. I didn't get any report from them yet. I tried to call in and see how it went, and it had a good weather and it had a good crowd. LSU game day, you never know how it turned out, but LSU didn't turn out well, so I'm sure everything turned out in them tournaments. Be sure and get them to me. You're going to report a tournament, start 3 weeks in advance. Remind me every Saturday or Sunday when you get in, so in case we're going to tape on Sunday evening, you send me a flyer, tell me all it is, email it to Gary at paradiselouisiana.com. When we come back, we're going to have a fishing report. Watching Paradise, Louisiana. Pelican Sports TV, Cox Sports, all around the country. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. We'll be right back.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too. Focus on the road. Don't drive distracted. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance.
Want to make sure you're doing things right when boating in Louisiana?
Make sure every occupant in your vessel is wearing the right type and size life jacket before leaving the dock. Size information for the intended wearer can be found on the information panel.
Make sure you stay safely to the right side of the waterway when you're operating in a narrow channel. Always choose to go right when it is safe and practical.
Make sure you're operating at the right speed for the given conditions every time you're boating. Just because your boat can safely travel at higher speeds in perfect conditions doesn't mean it should in a chop or when encountering other wakes or maneuvers.
In Louisiana, the best way to make sure that you're doing things the right way on the water is by attending and completing one of our boating safety education courses. Learn more and book a course at www.wlf.la.gov. These NASBA-approved courses are statistically proven to save lives. Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
When it comes to doing your thing on Louisiana waters, do the right thing.
For generations, anglers from across the globe have put their trust in Abu Garcia because out here on the water, we know our science is your religion. Fish like a fanatic with the latest generation of Revo, featuring up to 24 pounds of max drag. Designed for leverage and power, built on corrosion resistance and comfort. World-class adventure awaits with Revo. Abu Garcia for life.
As members of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. This is Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. Let me say this. I'm going to apologize for not having a better report. But I'm not going to apologize for the people out there catching fish and going to Facebook. I know that's a young people thing, and everybody's going to Facebook. They go to check all the websites out there, and they got some great ones out there. We got a Facebook page, but and thanks to Brendan Dubach up there in Rapides Parish that really takes care of our social media. He's also helping me in my campaign. He's doing everything he can to help me. But I want to tell y'all this. You know, do not forget, this is the opening week of voting. It started Saturday, and it goes through this coming Saturday. So early vote. Don't forget to vote. Don't forget to check out all the candidates and how they responded during their life and what can they do, not only for you, but the whole state, and what they can do for the country. So just think about that. It's very important elections coming up in the next 2 weeks, and I'll promise you I'll be reminding you to go vote. Now, the fishing report, my mainstay, thank God for him coming out of Slidell. Mike Brantley fishes out of the point. He had 2 boats this past week. His friend had a wedding come up. I'm talking about Chris Roberts, and he took one. He took his party out, and they fishing all around the Wrigley's and out of the point and out of Island Marina, and all the Island Marina captains were doing the same thing. They're killing the fish. Now, if you want to catch some smaller fish right now, they got white trout that also running in their area off the Mystico. But they went over there off the Mystico, and they were fishing matrix, green hornets, and they were fishing drop shot. They always bring live shrimp, but they don't use them. They're running so big they take them home and they cook them. All right, if they don't get to use them, and if they have to need them, it's slow down, they'll use the food shrimp. But they don't leave without not fresh shrimp, live shrimp. So we go again. Tom LeBlanc and Cesar Garcia have been sending me a report. They send it to me every time they go. And a lot of times they're in Delacroix, a few places. I'm trying to get them to come to Slidell and stay with me in my camp. Every time they go, they have a little bad luck. I don't know, they might need to divorce themselves from me and the Black Cloud. Their top bait, they'll come up and bring some fish home. And they're catching some redfish, caught some flounder. Here's some pictures. They caught a few fish. They thought they would get on the specs. They got a report that they were biting. And out of Delacroix and Sweetwater Marina, they went to their favorite places, and it just didn't happen. But they caught enough to bring home, and they still had a little trouble with the camper or the boat or something they've been having. I'm gonna tell him a secret how to solve that. So Tom, get back with me. I still want to get you on the show to show them how you do your log and how you record this and how it pays off when you get to the same time of year, same kind of weather that you remembered, and you go back and fish. So other fishing reports I'm getting, I talked to Buggy Vega, again, with the rodeo coming up this weekend. He said everybody's catching fish. They even catch them off the bridge. He said when the wind lays down, too, it's even better. They're catching white trout to go along with the speckled trout, but the bull reds are gone crazy. This time of year, they roll around the bridge. The people are going out from the marina. They got bull reds breaking their lines. There's redfish everywhere down there. Some of the captains saying the same thing. The other captains running in the back. This time of year, they're catching fish. Look, when I tell you, you fish off the bridge right now, you can use fresh shrimp and everything. You're going to catch redfish. But right now, under the lights, and if you're fishing off the bridge or the pier or the bridge, bring anything white. I know one time when I used to go everything, the white or glow gulp, it's a killer. Only thing wrong with a gulp is just like live shrimp. Every now and then you're going to catch a hardhead. It's just amazing. It's just the closest thing to live bait I've ever seen. But the little white sparkle beetle with the red dot, they said they buy them out of the store. They're going there fishing double rig, fishing off, catching a lot of trout. Now you got to, even though you're fishing off the bridge, you got to measure. You got to make sure they're 12 inches. And might be more when the new report comes out or the new limit comes out. But they're catching fish, so be sure. And if you want to go there, and it's a good time at night, it's cool. I ain't heard too much about the mosquitoes, but there's always got mosquito dope everywhere you go, and be sure and put it on the kids. So that's the fishing report from Grand Isle, Fouchon, all the places down there. The reports I'm getting are good, okay? Still the best places right now in the Slidell area. All the captains, you see the bass are biting, Bayou Liberty, all of the little canals in there off of there. You see, go to his website. Look, Chaz Champagne and them, Matrix Chaz, they just unbelievable. Dockside TV, don't forget it. His reports are right on it. He shows you spots. He shows you technique. It's just, well, we blessed right now. Louisiana, to lead them in. I'm going to say it over and over again. Festivals, everything going on. Lotto, right now, I got a few reports that are starting to catch a few fish over there, okay? Concordia, Lake St. John, this time of year, I know them people goes out there. Some people are catching them sac-lay with yo-yo. I didn't get that first-hand report now, but I know this time of year, people go to their hunting camps, they make a blast and cast out of it, they go hunting in the morning, late in the evening, they'll spend a little time around lunch trying to catch fish. This is the time of year, it's October. Main thing, you look, you see me wearing pink all this month, cancer awareness month, breast cancer awareness month. And one more time, Bob Saban, thank you for all you did for Grand Isle. Thank you and your family. Thank you for getting me involved. I want to sneak this in to y'all. This is something very personal to me. How important it is to take your kids and grandkids and everybody and put them on the water. This is the old picture. And every time I see it, I'm reminded of times that I was following my dad and them on a squirrel hunt or whatever, and my dad taking us fishing, okay, in pits on with a little bitty motor and a paddle. This is my two grandsons, my two oldest grandsons, my first grandsons. This is Blake Ashford and Michael Rasponin. When they were 3 and 5 years old, they were my little pals. They would want to go anywhere I would go that had to do with outdoors. But the amazing thing, when I'd ask them, I say, Blake, you want to go with Papa? I'm going to Grand Isle. I'm going to Old River. He said, is Micah going? When I asked Micah, I said, Micah, you want to go squirrel hunting with me and Mr. Mato or whatever? Is Blake going? They were inseparable all their life, coming up, even when they got older. Now they married, they all got kids. Boy, every now and then I get to go with them, but they became tremendous husbands and fathers. So most important, I've already got pictures of their kids in the boats, or even Blake holding up a limit of ducks with his baby. So what a heritage we have, outdoor heritage here in Louisiana. That's why I say all over, be sure and take those kids hunting and fishing. Bob's kids used to always say the same thing. Joe McAloose will write about it in the paper. Don Dubuque talks about it on his TV, on his radio show and TV show. Hey, it's so important. Take a boy or girl hunting and fishing. Take them fishing and hunting, you won't have to be hunting them. One more time. Thank y'all over here at Pelican Studios for letting me come back and get that statement in.
Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.